Well, good evening, Coastal Bend. Alan Holt here, Channel 3, KIII TV Chief Meteorologist. Going to spend a few minutes here chatting about tonight's chance for some strong to maybe severe level thunderstorms moving into the region from the west. Pretty large swath of Texas is going to be in line for this risk overnight into tomorrow morning, and that's the zone where it's possible that a handful of severe thunderstorms move through. So before we start really discussing about timing and just what the future radars look like, just want to get out in front of what a marginal risk is, and this is a 1 out of a 1 to 5 scale. 5 being the most serious, 1 being the lowest end on this risk level. And the key words here, you look at the graphic, are going to be isolated, limited coverage, and duration. So even though all of South Texas, the Middle Texas, Gulf Coast up to southeastern Texas are included in this risk tonight into early tomorrow, it does not mean that every location in this green shaded area will receive severe weather. This is just the zone that looks the most favorable for the low chance, the isolated strong to severe thunderstorm does develop. And that is possible, but again, the coverage limited. We're not talking long track severe thunderstorm coverage or anything like that. So I just want to be upfront with that as we start to discuss what all of this means. So what makes a thunderstorm severe, right? We're talking about all of these things with respect to severe weather. We're in this 1 out of 1 to 5 risk, the marginal risk. That map we were just looking at, produced by the Storm Prediction Center. It's a branch of the Weather Service. And there are very strict criteria for severe thunderstorms. And it's one or any combination of the items on the left side of this graphic. So 1 inch diameter or greater hail, 58 mile per hour winds or greater, a tornado, or any combo of those 3 things. So I know, it seems like we're being very nitpicky when we say severe, but when we do say severe, those are the items that we're strictly looking at. It's not heavy rain, it's not loud thunder, it's not lightning, it's not flooding. So severe, the items on the left, the other things, and I try to be funny in there too, those don't make a storm severe. So I just want to be as transparent and upfront as possible with what we define as severe as meteorologists in the weather community. So the risks tonight, I think we're going to see pockets of heavy rain and the activity we're expecting to roll through. Because we've gotten several inches of rain since Sunday, the ground is fairly saturated, so we might have some localized street flooding. The winds, we were just talking about the severe level criteria. I think we could have some 60 mile per hour gusts. That would be on the higher end of the isolated stuff if something can become severe. We're probably going to have lightning, and hail could get up to around 1 inch. Tornadic threat does not look very favorable for us here, but I do think, if I had to pick one of the things on the severe level stuff, the gusty straight line wind would probably be the biggest threat, followed by hail. Another thing we're not really going to focus on this Facebook discussion or wherever you're streaming us, YouTube, our 3 News apps, 3 News Plus, all over the place, but there's fog, and this is sea fog. We got the colder weather last week. It cooled off our area waters. Warmer, more humid air tracking over top of those waters, cooling and condensing, and we're getting this fog development. So that's out at 70 cloudy, very humid. The dew point matching the temperature, meaning the air is saturated, right? So we're getting this fog. We do have the marine dense fog advisories that'll be in place overnight. A lot of the fog will be more so focused near the coast, but that's kind of a secondary issue to the situation at hand, which will be the possibility of some stronger storms. And I just want to make sure we're clear. It does not mean that every single person watching this will get a strong to severe thunderstorm. It's possible you get harmless rain. And I think it's more likely, in fact, that that's what most people get. There will be fewer people that get a severe thunderstorm tonight. So I just want to be, as expressive as I can about that. Right now, the radar is showing some showers, weak thunderstorms, I-35 north of Laredo. Those are going to miss most of the coastal bend, the KIII viewing area. They're going to clip northern Duval, work through McMullen County, and then maybe into the northern part of Live Oak County, but these don't look terribly robust. We're going to be watching, if you look at the loop here, south of Laredo, moving in from Mexico over the next several hours. We're going to be paying close attention to how activity is moving in from that location, because if we're going to see something, it's going to have to come in. Given this motion that we're seeing, it's going to have to come in from the south and west. So that's where we're going to be really focusing on. Our future radar, this is our in-house high-resolution computer modeling. It's not publicly available. It's our in-house guidance. And as we start to scroll through this, time right now is 8:15, so this is starting at 7:30 on the loop. As we scroll through this, it's important to understand that this is a guide. It's not verbatim what will happen exactly when and where and the type and mode of, precipitation and all that stuff. This is just a guide to illustrate what's on the table heading into tonight. So I'm going to just switch back to the current radar imagery, and you see how there's some storms west of Freer, west of Duval County, tracking generally north of Highway 59. So as we get looking now at our simulated radar, it's kind of close to what's happening right now, right? That's where most of the rain is, out near western parts of the viewing area, west of Duval County, moving north of Highway 59. So there's some congruency there, and that makes me have a little more confidence in what this model is going to show us moving forward. And there's so many different models. You can kind of take your pick as to which one is going to be right. They all have little different just tweaks in them that put out different data. But the consensus is generally the same, that we're going to be watching stuff develop to our southwest and move through the coastal bend tonight. So this is 9:30. This is about an hour and 15 minutes from now. We might have some stuff moving into the KIII viewing area west of Highway 281. So northern Jim Hogg County, Hebronville, Duval County, areas west of Highway 281. Generally, we call that the brush country. That's where the storms will be moving first. So if you're watching from somewhere like Rockport, Woodsboro, Port Aransas, Corpus Christi, Flower Bluff, the island, if you're watching from one of those more coastal areas, we're going to know these are coming. We'll see them coming, right? It's not going to be a situation, I don't think, where we have just like a pop-up storm and it goes severe right over us. We're going to be able to see this coming. So 10 o'clock news tonight, if this model plays out correctly, we should have some stuff on the radar moving our direction. A lot of the guidance is kind of different on how it moves through exactly. This one throws some storms through Nueces County, points to the north of Corpus Christi, San Patricio, Aransas, Refugio counties by around 11 o'clock midnight. Others are a little later. This one's a little bit more aggressive, But it does, with respect to timing, it does look like we're going to see some showers and storms roll through. Will they be severe? It's not like we're not looking at a severe weather outbreak. There might be one or two that go, maybe, but again, limited coverage and duration and isolated, those words, with the chance for severe stuff tonight. So it's 11 o'clock. Once this wave of activity rolls through, whether it's 11, midnight, 1, 2 in the morning, that's about when I think Corpus Christi's time frame will be to receive this. I think it quiets down after that. So after the storms rolled through, it gets quieter, the winds kind of settle down, and that's when I think the fog threat goes up into early Wednesday morning. Now, we're still going to have scattered showers in play, but at this point, I don't think the atmosphere is nearly as energetic as it will be tonight. So a few rumbles of thunder possible, but generally just scattered hit and miss showers with mid-60s in the morning on Wednesday, right, to kick off tomorrow. We'll be watching a little front that's going to be a sluggish mover. It's slowly going to drift southward. I don't think it comes until Wednesday night and into Thursday. So Wednesday, the way I see it playing out is fog with scattered rain in the morning, a little bit less activity in the afternoon, but still some stuff floating around on the radar. And then another little spike in the rain chance Wednesday night as this front starts to move through the area. So given the rain threat tonight, we could easily pick up 1 to 2 inches of rain if you fall under one of those heavier storms. The Weather Service went ahead and issued a flood watch, and that'll be in effect starting at 9 p.m. and it'll last through noon tomorrow. And then we discussed the fog. You see those marine dense fog advisories, those will be in effect till 9 tomorrow morning. So we've kind of got a two-part, hazard outlook for tonight. But I think for sure the more, how do I say it? The more, the fog is kind of docile. The storm threat is something that'll get more attention. So that's what we're focusing on with this Facebook Live. The precipitation coverage, this is for the coastal bend, our viewing area, and I really think that the best chance for isolated stuff will come in close to midnight for Corpus Christi, and then those severe chances go down, but we keep scattered rain in play for most of Wednesday, and another uptick in the rain chances on Wednesday night into Thursday with that front coming through. Thursday afternoon looks pretty nice, by the way. If you have any plans to be outside Thursday afternoon, go for it. Have a day. Just want to give a regional look at what all is going to be going on, because I know people may be watching from other parts of the state. This is 8:30. Again, we're right now 8:20 on Tuesday night. And this model, it's a little bit of a different one, still an in-house. It's from the IBM. It's called the Graph. And it's showing that same rain to the south and west of us. This one has it a little bit more developed, but it also rolls through right around 11 o'clock midnight in Corpus Christi. And that's the time where I think if we're going to see one of those isolated storms that turn severe, the 60-mile-per-hour wind and or hail will be possible. Again, I just want to reinforce, does not mean that everyone is going to get severe weather. This is a low-end, isolated chance, but the chance is there. So I want, if someone does happen to fall under one, just want them to be prepared. That's all this is about. Gets quieter into Wednesday morning, still scattered activity. Wednesday afternoon, I think, little quieter than the morning. And then we were talking about this front coming through, another round of showers and thunderstorms possible at this time. This is Thursday, 2:30 in the morning with this front coming through. And after this passes, I think the rain chances pretty much done with. There may be some isolated stuff here Friday, but our best opportunity for rain will have come and gone. by this point. There's Thursday morning, drier, 50s and cooler. And then the clearing Thursday afternoon, it's going to be a nice Thursday afternoon. So some partial clearing, upper 60s, nice dry feeling air. It's pretty humid outside right now. If you step out, it's sticky. So you got a lot of moisture in the air. That'll be gone by Thursday afternoon behind that front. Again, Friday, little rain chance, just isolated stuff. And then another one, cold front comes through Friday night, Saturday morning, and that one sets us up for what we've been calling a double delight. Saturday, Sunday, 2 sunny delights, and it's just really nice when those happen on the weekend. So we've got a good-looking weekend of weather ahead of us. The main hurdle is going to be tonight with respect to how developed the storms may become. So severe possible. It doesn't mean a guarantee for, strong to severe weather. We're just seeing that some of these parameters are lining up for the possibility of it. And if that doesn't play out, then we've got the fog to contend with also overnight. The winds will be fairly light out of the southeast, so we're developing the sea fog, right, over Corpus Christi Bay, the nearshore Gulf waters. That southeast wind carries that into coastal locations, and it can be thick, so definitely want to pay attention to that as well. Tomorrow, scattered stuff, less in the intensity. I don't think we have as much of a ripe atmosphere for thunderstorm development. Still, though, a rumble of thunder possible. I just don't think we have anything severe tomorrow. But still, the scattered rain, 72, less wind than today. And that also helps with the shower development. So Wednesday, not the best to be outdoors. Thursday, early in the morning, we got that chance for rain. And then we clear up in the afternoon with just isolated showers possible into Friday. So Thursday afternoon is looking good. And then the front coming in this weekend sets the table for cool nights, sunny, mild afternoons, low humidity, a little breezy Saturday, but not enough to really complain about given how nice the forecast is going to be. So I'm just going to check comments here, make sure, we didn't completely miss something. And I can scroll back and revisit whatever part of the forecast seems to be the most relevant to people. If you like this content, subscribe to our YouTube. It all lives there. Reports that we've done, previous weathercasts, a lot of info there if you want to just see how that kind of plays out. So just search KIII, K-I-I-I TV on YouTube. You'll find it. Give it a follow. A lot of good stuff there. So I'm just looking at the comments now. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I appreciate all of the positive feedback. So thank you for that, and I hope you found this helpful in preps. We are going to be staffed here overnight just to keep an eye on the radar. We're going to be paying very close attention to it, given the possibility that something gets a little bit stronger. And of course, as we always do, we will be as quick as possible with that information. And we're going to be on top of it. So the next time most of you will probably see us will be at 10 o'clock. If you're planning on watching the news, that's about an hour and a half from right now. It's 8:25 p.m. Tuesday, January the 23rd. One little fun fact, as of right now, this January is inside the top 20 rainiest Januaries on record in Corpus Christi. And we've got more on the way tonight. We could easily move into the top 10. And that's a trend that we have seen this El Nino in the winter months. All of them except for December have been above average with respect to rainfall here. So that's going to continue the next couple of days, and we dry out for the weekend. Forecast is looking great this weekend. Maybe a good chance to cut the lawn, with the rains that we just had. and just be outside and enjoy it. So we'll leave it there. Thank you for logging on, watching this, staying with us, and we will be staying with you with any updates that need to be out concerning tonight's weather. So stay weather aware, stay safe. We'll see you soon.